Oh,
Hey friends, welcome to this week's episode of Dead Funny University. We are continuing with our Dead by Daylight mini series, mini semester, I don't know what the hell we're going to call it, doesn't really matter. Long story short, we're jumping back into it, so let's check out our next killer for Dead by Daylight.
you know, with the fact that this is kind of somewhat torture, but although at the same time we're kind of learning as well, detention. There you go. This is
I love
after
that.
school detention. Yeah,
yes.
This is after school detention because not only are you learning, I'm also learning shit. Like I learned some shit while doing my research for this, and this is a game I play every fucking week. Every week I play this game. Every week. So, yeah.
Dead Funny University detention.
Detention.
Thank you.
Anyways.
You did that much better than I did. My voice is a little too high to do that, I think.
So, the clown. Here we are. I was so excited when I saw the circus stuff because I thought I was getting Pennywise, and then I saw this piece of shit, in my opinion, in the fucking commercial, and I was super upset because I really wanted Pennywise, and I thought us getting a clown would screw me out of ever seeing Pennywise, my favorite killer of all time, come into this game. But the director has come out and said Pennywise is one of the top list killers that they want to bring to this game. So that the two clowns could easily work within this series.
Okay.
So, the clown, he recently just got a whole bunch of stuff added to his story, and I think this is the guy that probably would creep you out the most, especially with his killing thing, his Mori. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But Kenneth Chase, his alias is Jeffrey Hawk, and there's a reason why. This is what our observer had to say. Our observer actually has a lot to say about this guy. As I journeyed through the fog veils that demarcate. Okay. Demarcate. There you go. Thank you. Demarcate the realms of this place. I saw that for the first time, I was not alone. Something traversed these forgotten byways. Its bright colors still clearly visible, even though the muting effect of the mist that roiled between us. As we emerged to a new yet somehow familiar place, I saw it clearly for the first time. A Carney's carnival, or Carney's caravan, pulled by something that appeared to be a horse, but was to my eyes older and more terrible. I watched from the trees as a crack appeared at the doorway, and a warm golden light spilled forth into this desolate place. The effect was, I suspect, deliberately inviting, but the figure that emerged was anything but. Its costume, a hodgepodge of ringmaster, clown, and other fairground attire. Its face was a nightmare in grease paint, and a smile slashed across its flabby lips. As its waist were a collection of what looked like for all the world like fingers. But what creature would be so monstrous as to collect such trophies? The clown surveyed its new surrounding, and its gaze lit on me. A rictus split its face in two, and it nodded at me before returning to the caravan. I suspect that it prefers its victims to be less aware than I, and I thank the stars for that.
And that when you said that, he smiled as you described the grin. It was like, oh, fuck that off. No, stop that. Yeah.
So as you heard our observer talk about it, we have our fingers. He likes to cut the fingers off of his victims. Mm-hmm. And he also likes to suck the blood off of them.
Ah!
Yeah, and that's also part of his Mori, so I can't wait for you to watch that. It's going to be great. Anyways, so the clown, that's our clown. We have right here his blight outfit.
That's so revolting.
There you go. There's one of the blight flowers right there. That's what they look like.
That's revolting. It's amazing. It's revolting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then, of course, you know, tons of creepy clown outfits and a chicken and an elephant because, you know, they can do that with this character and it makes sense. Lord of the Underworld is what this one was called.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Pinocchio kind of looking thing.
Hate that.
Santa! Yeah.
Hate that in a different way.
Super mall Santa. There we go. Another clown.
Ugh.
Another clown.
Ugh.
And then, yeah, his normal outfit with variants.
Ugh.
And that's the clown. Moving on.
Thank you.
Next, we have the Spirit. This is one of the other paranormals, obviously, that I was talking about. As you can see, her body parts are all cut off and just kind of floating there, which is pretty fucking cool.
I was going to say, that makes her one hell of a breakdancer.
Does to her katana as well. As you can see, it's in pieces. And it's just kind of floating together. And
that's awesome.
In her hand, it comes out like Wolverine's claws.
Yeah.
She's very cool. So, the Spirits. Let's see what our good old boy, the Observer, had to say about her. Rin Yamokoa is the name of the spirit, and he did not have a lot to say. She inherited incredible fury from her ancestors. The wraith that flows through her veins. Sorry, not follows. Where the fuck was I reading that? The wrath that flows through her veins is her legacy. Apparently, I can't read at this point. The terrible pain she suffered set it off, swift and lethal. The spirit exacts her revenge endlessly. Because she didn't have that much to say by the Observer, we'll kind of throw a little bit out there. As a kid, she would take a lot of Taekwondo, or not Taekwondo, Kendo classes where she would actually train with weapons. And she actually got beat up by some guys one night after class while she was walking home alone. And she actually got up and beat all of them to death. And then sooner or later ended up dying. I don't know how she died. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet or not. But
I'm going to guess cut up.
Spirit. Yep. And now she goes around haunting people at night and killing them. And I would guess cut up too. She probably died from a katana, obviously.
Yeah.
She's got some pretty cool schools. Yeah, exactly. She's got some pretty cool skins. This is my buddy James, who has done some content for Dead Funny, which I don't think is out yet, but will be out in October, so look out for that. He's on some paranormal activity games with us. The Phasmophobia. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. This is his favorite killer to play as. This is her Blight skin.
Oh, wow.
She's all done up.
Huh.
This is Marine Maiden.
Yeah, she's got the sea stuff in her hair.
Yeah, the sea stuff. Yep. The coffee barista, JK. A cursed armor.
It really does look like a barista. Oh my god.
She actually has some really cool skins coming up here, though.
Oh, that is a cursed armor
Furious
is a much
Nyx.
better. Oh, that's cool.
Furious Nyx is this one. And Awakened Origin.
Damn. That one's the coolest.
Tattered Tradition.
Mm.
The Reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like all Japanese culture, Schoolgirl.
Can you feel me rolling my eyes?
Oh, for sure. 100%. Yeah. I knew it was coming the moment I saw the skirt.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's got some pretty cool outfits. I definitely think that this one is my favorite, for sure.
Oh, yeah, without question. I also like that her vocalization, she just keeps going, ha!
Ah! Yeah. It's great.
It's very similar to the screams I make when I'm playing Resident Evil 7, so that's fair.
The sheep. That's what we call it. Bah!
Fuck off.
Anyways, so her moves is that she can actually shift forward. So basically, her body will stay still, but she's able to run forward. The only difference is that she loses all like actual visuals on her target. She can't see their body anymore, but she can see the scratch marks being left by their running foot, like their running feet. If they're running, they leave scratch marks.
Oh.
If they're walking, they stop. So she's stupid good, especially if she knows there's a generator being worked on next to her, because she can hear it. She can stay there and then shift over there and then appear and then attack the person that's on the generator.
Damn.
And if she grabs somebody that's on a generator, like if you don't get off a generator before a killer strikes you, they automatically pick you up and throw you over the shoulder.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically an automatic hook. You're giving the killer a point at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the spirit. Moving on. The Legion. This is what you'll most likely see at the very beginning of all of our Drunk by Daylights that we do on Saturday. And that is because we wait for people to get on because everybody's got different work schedules. But around 11 o'clock p.m., that's when everybody's on and we do actual rotations. But before then, we have one person who refuses to play Survivor because they are sick and sadistic and only likes to play killers. And that would be my little brother. This is his favorite killer and the only killer he likes to play, the Legion. The Legion is an interesting killer because it's not actually just one person. This is another original. The Spirit was also an original as well. The Legion is actually 4 different people, 2 males and 2 females. So there are some female skins as well, but they're a group of people who like to go around and rob. And one day a robbing was going bad and they had to kill. And ever since then, they've got no problem killing again.
Just kind of became the way to do business.
Just kind of became the way. So that's one of the girls. This is the other guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, and this is the other girl.
That's also cool in a really bizarre way.
Yep. Yep,
Okay.
they got a lot of different skins. Like I said, 4 different people. My brother, which the only reason I like this is due to the fact that this is actually a Silent Hill character, and these Legion is not a Silent Hill character, but this skin is definitely from Silent Hill, is the bunny, the lost mascot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's Frank, Joey, Julie, and Susie. Those are the 4 members of Legion.
What's Susie's outfit again?
Let's see here. I think the girls can wear any outfit, but usually from what I read from the lore, I think it's Julie is normally the one that has the pigtails and Susie is normally the one with the straighted hair.
Okay.
So
there's a very famous Susie, and I was wondering if they were referencing her.
Yeah, see, that would be another Julie.
They would have made it an artist one, so okay.
Gotcha. So, and then he just came out with this one, which is pretty sweet in my opinion.
Now, when you say, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, his blight skin is like all of them together, so you can see the faces and arms. Yeah.
Woof. Oh my god. That's what you meant by seeing the faces. Oh, that's really...
Well, if he would open his hands, there you go. 2 faces there, 1 face there, and 1 face in the back.
Oh my god. Okay, so question. Go. Super disturbing, but when you're playing as the Legion, and it's 2 guys and 2 girls, do you choose which of those 4 you're going to play as, or do you just...
Depending on the skin you pick, yes, it's that one.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Got it. Got it.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why the Legion is very deadly is because the Legion is actually able to do a Fury run, and during its Fury run, the Legion can jump pallets just like other survivors can, to where the other killers have to break pallets. They can't jump them. They can jump through window sills just as fast as other survivors do. They're just as quick as the survivors, basically. So there's no slowing them down. But they can only do that for a certain amount of time, and then the Fury runs out, and they suffer from, it looks like some kind of meth withdrawal, I guess, because they start screaming, and then they put their hands in front of their face like they have like a headache going on or something, and their vision dims. So that way they lose track of whoever they're chasing if they don't hit them quick enough.
Okay. Now, did you read to me what the Observer said about this guy?
Nope, we were about
Let's hear it. Sorry.
Well, Frank, Julie, Susie, and Joey. The Observer actually had nothing to say about them. There is no Observer note on the Legion. So there you go.
Do we have any notes other than this? Yeah,
I mean, we have like their whole hardcore thing, but like I said, basically it was a group of teens who like to go and rob stores. Cool. Or not teens, I would say in their 20s. Like to go and rob stores. And one night, one of the guys who was still there at the store was cleaning, and he had earbuds in, but he heard something, and he ends up grabbing one of the girls. I don't know which one. I think it was Julie. Grabbed her and had her by the throat and was saying he was going to kill her if they didn't all leave. And what he didn't notice was that Frank was behind him. So Frank pulled out a knife, stabbed him in the side. The guy immediately dropped his grip on the girl, fell to his knees. Frank gave the knife to the girl, saying, if we're going to actually do this, we need to step it up a notch. And she grabbed the knife and shoved it from the bottom of his chin all the way up into his skull, killing him instantly.
Okay.
And that was the day that all 4 of them decided that they would be okay with killing moving forward.
Damn. All right. Next killer, please.
They are the Legion. It's actually cool, the trailer, because each one of these killers, when they come out, and this is something we'll have to do at some other point, as well as have you watch all the actual trailers of the chapters. When this one came out, this chapter is called The Darkness Among Us. And you actually see one of the survivors, David King, running with this guy in this hoodie, and they're running for their lives, and they jump over this window, and then like David King looks around the corner, and he's like breathing heavy, and then all of a sudden he puts his hand in his hand, and he's just like, and then he looks up, and then this dude now has the mask on, where he had took it off. Then he now has the mask on, and he just stabs him in the fucking side with a knife.
Oh.
Yeah. The Darkness Among Us. I thought that was a really good chapter name for the Legion. Okay, moving on. The Plague. This is by far the oldest killer that we have. Once again, this is an original content killer. She is taken from the Pharaoh Age. Yeah, she is pretty.
The hell do you mean by the Pharaoh
crazy.
Age?
Like Egyptian Pharaoh Age, like pharaohs.
Okay, that's a long period of history, but got it. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Like early. It was like BC. Something BC is when she was taken. I can't remember exactly when. But yeah, she's a long time ago. And what's actually cool, I thought you would find this kind of interesting, and this is something that has only been confirmed, that time is not linear to the entity. So she's one of the later editions, but the entity can take people out of whatever period of time that he wants. Or it wants.
Okay.
And they can all exist in the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting. Anyways, so it looks like our guy did not have anything on this one either. Basically, from what I know about her, is that she was a devout killer. She would kill people for sacrifice and to stave off plague, which, you know, ends up turning her into actual plague. This killer is pretty rough to fucking play against, and this is the reason why. She has 2 attacks. 1, she hits you with that nice little metal swingy thingy. 2, she throws up on you. And when she does, it makes you sick. Ew. There are water fountains that are around the map that you then have to go cleanse yourself with, which takes a while, before you can actually heal yourself. It's very interesting. She can then, after she hits enough people, change her vomit from green to red. And if she hits you with red vomit, it automatically downs you.
Blech.
Actually, it doesn't automatically down you. It hurts you. So if you're healthy, you'll go injured. If you're injured, you'll go down. The green does not. Now, whenever you have the green, you're considered sick, and you have the plague, you're constantly coughing, you're super loud. It's very easy for her to stay on you because of the audio cues. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to get away from. She can run around and throw up on the generators, and then you'll get sick from working on the generators.
Genius.
She can hang somebody on the hook and throw up on them on the hook, and you'll actually get sick from unhooking them or healing them.
Damn. Okay.
She is hard to combat, for sure. It's done, but she's hard.
She's got a great character model. Like.
Mm-hmm. So we got some other skins for her right here.
Oh, interesting.
Tons of maggots all over her body. She's got a lot of cool looking skins. I like this one.
That one's cool.
Mm-hmm.
A lot plainer.
And then, yeah, this is just her variations of her regular outfit. Different colors.
Just, yeah.
Yep, but that is her blight.
Oh, neat. I would expect, this is terrible, but I would expect the blight for her to be, like, so much worse than the other ones, because the blight is, of course, fungus and plaguish, and she is plague. But I would expect her.
You haven't seen the blight yet.
Yeah, it shows what I know.
Yep. So we'll see. So yeah, that is her, and we are now moving on to Ghostface. This is one of my new favorite killers. I love him to death. This is another licensed killer from the movies Scream. If you haven't seen Scream, you might have heard of the famous quote, "I know what you did last summer." This is where it comes from. Our what's your favorite scary movie? Our back whenever the craze "What's up" was a big deal. It was because the parody movies of the Scream movies had him doing that, and he had this stupid tongue coming out and like a high looking face. This dude is iconic as fuck, has been in so much super glad he came here. This killer is another one with no terror radius whenever he's crouching, and he gets a lot of his power from stalking and leaning from different objects to stalk his prey. And his blight skin, which I own, is fucking awesome.
That is honestly very cool. That is honestly very cool. Yeah.
But I normally wear my normal skin that I was showing earlier, but I bought a different face because normally he has that face. And that's what he normally looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought this one because it looks sweet and creepy. So, yeah. But it came with a red outfit, and I was like, red's too noticeable. I'll stick with the black. So this is actually what he looks like in the original movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the newer ones was more of like this, but it's all black. So there you go. Yeah.
Does the Observer have anything to say?
Let's see if he has anything to say about this licensed killer. Ghostface, also known as Danny Johnson, alias Jed Olson. The Observer does not have anything on this guy.
Okay.
Nope. Looks like we're starting to hit a lot of killers with no Observer notes yet. I can't wait till they come out because they have been good so far.
I was going to say, they've been neat.
Yeah. So, moving on. Basically, with this guy, it's just a dude that, kind of works at the school. I think he's like a janitor. It's like the kid that looks like he's like really slow and stuff like that. A lot of people pick on him, and it goes to show that bullying can turn somebody crazy. This kid kills a shit ton of fucking people and loves to do it. Probably one of those that would be completely okay with living here. He has one of the most brutal, in my opinion, fucking Moris. Absolutely love it. And his trailer of him coming to the game was hilarious. So can't wait for the day that we get to show you the trailers because it was awesome. All right, moving on. Oh, Kelsey will know this one. The Demi Gorgon. Here we are at Stranger Things.
I was so worried it was going to be the killer from Jeepers Creepers, and I was like, I am not prepared to see that.
I fucking wish he would come to this game. He's not in this game, but I would be completely okay with that. The Demi Gorgon is here. Don't really need to go into the Demi Gorgon much because pretty much everybody knows who this is, but if you haven't watched Stranger Things on Netflix, I highly suggest you go watch. It's a very good show. Super awesome, and you'll find out everything you need to know about this guy. But for a quick rundown, there's another world that is transparent, or not transparent, but the upside down version of ours, and that is where these little bastards like to live. They're creepy monsters that are breaking through the veil of our world to come through and wreak havoc and do whatever they want, all under the mind control of the Mind Flayer. Once again, go watch the show to find out more about that. There is also a lot of very interesting controversy about why the Demi Gorgon is here. Did the entity make a deal with the Mind Flayer to get a Demi Gorgon here? And if not, if he stole one, can the Demi Gorgon still use the Mind Link with the Mind Flayer and actually be able to combat the entity?
I absolutely love the Demi Gorgon because he looks like such a harmless little Brussels sprout, and then he screams, and he reminds me of the flower in Jumanji that launches the needles that get stuck in the girl's neck. Like, I love him so much.
Yep. He digs his little butthole portals in the dirt, and he can teleport between them to go to different spots on the map. As the survivors, if you see the portals, you can disrupt them and completely destroy them and get them out. He has a couple skins here. We got this one. Oh, sorry. Let me switch to the full skin. There we go.
Ooh, we have this one. That's nice and gross.
We have the twisted Demi Gorgon.
Ew.
And then the one that we all saw at the very end, the chained up one. Of the latest season. Season 3? I think it was. 4 is the one that's on the line?
I think it's 3. I'm not confident. I think it's 3.
I think it's 3. But watch me and you both look stupid, and it's actually 4.
Yeah, it happens.
Let's see what the Observer had to say about our Demi Gorgon, if anything at all. And there's nothing there. So we already kind of talked about what the Demi Gorgon is. So go check out Stranger Things. Super good show. We also got Steve and Nancy in here. And Steve has not only his Chips Ahoy outfit, Kelsey. That's right. You can dress Steve up in his Chips Ahoy outfit with ice cream scoop and all. But they also have another skin of Steve that you can put on so that way you're Jonathan. So technically Jonathan is in the game as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, so moving on. That's the Demi Gorgon. Or as my Aunt Taylor, who plays him, and this is probably her favorite killer, likes to call him the Butthole Monster because his face looks like a butthole. So
I prefer Brussels sprout. But
yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
And she thought it was very funny the day she got to execute me, and he basically puts your entire head inside. She goes, "You got sucked into the butthole," and I was like, "All right, well, there's that."